Hey, Ken Softpack, thank you for liking the stream. So I'm going to see if chatbox alert box are work again. But I definitely saw the notification. So thank you very much. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. We're now in the month where we are winding down on Neon Dynasty, so this is the perfect time to start throwback draft. So they decided to give us Dominaria. They usually always give us Dominaria. Though I think there was a time they gave us some throwbacks for Amonkhet Remastered, Kaladesh Remastered. Yeah, well I am doing relatively well. Actually went out quite a bit, still staying safe. Pretty much where I'm from, everyone's still masked up, but we are a bit comfortable going out now. That said, we still minimize the number of times we go out, but yeah, things are going well. Probably we'll start moving house in the middle of this month, so there might be a few interruptions here and there, but from the most part, it's gonna be moving things first. Your audio fix it. Oh yeah, just hold my microphone was stuck at the bottom. Now I just pulled it back. I really should get a new mic. So for reference, this is this is actually just an old mic I got from a long time ago. I used it back in the days when I was teaching English as a second language. Yeah, glad to hear. How about you? Have you been doing well? And I guess we can. In the meantime, we can say we're doing well by taking a 4-mana 4/4 Vigilance. So we can go into White-Black Knights. Always kind of solid. Probably want to be on the lookout for cards like Knight of New Dominaria. Well, Black might be a bit more open. White might be taken a bit. Green. Actually, this pack has very little, so we're definitely just taking Ariel. Audio's poor again. And distant. Okay, how about now? Is it working better? Yeah. Many apologies to everyone. I kind of rely on you guys to tell me what's up. I also wish there was a way for me to hear my audio back. Doing well here, enjoying the spring weather coming soon. Yeah, stay healthy, stay busy. That's very good. Blackblade Reforged. We can't. But honestly, I probably should take Eldest Reborn. It's a very solid black pick. It will steer people away from black. If I don't take this, I'm never gonna take this, but realistically, I should be taking Eldest Reborn. I could just go for white-black legendaries and just snipe as many of them as possible. We'll live a little. Many apologies if this is what costs us the draft. But now we should be on the lookout for us. Okay, now this is a heavy black. Now it's heavy black, but this one's splashing blue and not the most exciting legendary. I would rather have like a Drudge Sentinel or Pegasus Courser. I probably will just take the Courser to snipe out as much white as possible. Which is weird because we passed a lot of white, now we're passing a lot of black, although this is not impressive. Yes, audio is good again. Many thank you. Okay, Seal Away, always very good. There are very few creatures that are vigilant. Blessed Light is much more solid, but we can always get that later. It's a legendary. Yeah, it's a legendary. Okay, I guess we'll take it. It's not the best creature. The Cabal Evangel's probably better. But we'll meme him up. We'll meme it up once. Not familiar with, haven't drafted yet. Yeah, the TLDR of this format is that white, blue, black tends to center around the legendary creatures. White-black has a Knights team, but they also have a legendary team. Green-red tends to center around Kicker, and that one does not usually pan out very well. Okay, I'm gonna snipe this Cold Water Snapper, but I could always just take the Drudge Sentinel. Spore Swarm is kind of fine. Green-black has a Saproling team. Okay, we'll take the best. We'll take one of the best removals Black has to give us. And pack 8. We'll take another one. There are plenty of X1 creatures, so Fungal Infection actually goes a long way. Let's see if I can remember the rest. White-red is kind of aggro as usual. Let's see. White-blue, there is a light Flyers team. There is a Flyers team in white-blue. Blue-red. I'm trying. Blue-red has the Wizards team, so that one's quite solid as well. Though I think blue-red is more well, if it lines up, you can easily get a solid Wizards deck with a lot of payoffs. The biggest payoff being the 2 spells that have a big discount when you get Wizards. Let's see, blue-green, kind of rampy, kind of weird. There is some ramp in green, so that's usually where green-blue ends up. We did see a lot of big blue creatures, so that's usually one of the ways it goes. I guess we take a Knight of New Benalia. It did come back, so we'll take that. Let's see what else. Red-black. Red-black has a sacrifice team as usual, but it's very unappealing. Plausible, but I don't really see much of it talked about. But it does have a good amount of removal. Red has some really good red damage spells, so that you could just line up along that way. Let's see. I guess that covers most of it. Okay, that's definitely not taking Rat Colony. It'll be funny if I did, but no. We're either deciding between Dub and Ain. I think I'll take the Aven Sentry for now. White-red enchantments is actually white-red that has a slight light enchantments team. There are a few creatures that pay you off for having auras or equipment on it. Not very. Again, it's a little bit finicky, but the fact that it doesn't rely completely on equipment is a plus. Though none of these are appealing. We'll just take another creature just to be on the safe side, but I really do not want to run 2 Drudge Sentinels. Aster Glider is probably more appealing along those lines. Though Blessing of Belzenlock, we could get some people. We're still aiming for the enchantment team. Wait, not enchantment. We're still aiming for the Knights team, although it's very unlikely we're gonna get. Oh, Gilded Lotus. Let's see. On our colors, it's Dauntless Bodyguard, Blessed Light. Abomination is kind of a bit on the rampy side, so it's green-black. This is one of the best removal spells. Shivan Fire. I can take Gilded Lotus as a greedy pick, but realistically, am I going to need it? Because we would need to be in control colors, and we're not the best one for this one. I would rather just take the. Sorry. Okay, this one's a bit of a better payoff. Now we just need to hit more legendaries. Now, that said, legendaries are not very easy to come by. Right now, we have only Yargle and Ariel. There is a good chance this comes back around, so there's no reason to take this now. Actually, there is no reason to take this now. Shield of the Realm is probably one of the most annoying pieces of equipment for opponents to deal with, so we'd probably take that over Pegasus Courser. But we're still on the lookout for solid creatures. Yeah, this is one of the cards I was talking about for auras and equipment attached to it. It's kind of a go-tall. Probably Mesa Unicorn is the best. I don't want the third Fungal Infection. We need to have a lot more solid creatures. It also cuts off white again. Benelish Honor Guard, another human knight. So here's Slimefoot the Stowaway. This is one of the payoffs for black-green. Although black-green can go tall as well. So yeah, there are many things to. Yeah, there are many different things. It actually made Dominaria one of the most interesting draft formats. I think only red-green kicker suffered from being underpowered. Yeah, red-white only suffered from being weird, not underpowered. But everything else kind of turned out solid. I could take Cabal Paladin for another knight, but it's not looking like we need to have the knight synergies quite yet. I can splash for Wrath. Always a very good legendary. It's worth exploring, because otherwise I'd just be taking Deathbloom Talid, which is actually a fine pickup as well. Let's see if we can get the power. I did take Gilded Load. Okay, now I regret it. I did not expect the second one. I will definitely take Mesa Unicorn. So Cold Water Snapper, one of the payoffs for going green-blue ramp. Also lots of ways to buy time between the deep freeze and whatnot. I probably should have come up with a more comprehensive list before filming, but today met up with my church group face to face for the first time in a very long time. It was actually okay. As much as I like Chainer's Torment, this one's actually not one of the better ones. It's fine, but sometimes the third act can get you. I would rather just have removal and Gideon's Reproach. Sergeant at Arms would be fine as well. Another Gideon's Reproach, so we are getting paid off on white, but we also have another Sergeant at Arms. Let's do our sanity check on removal. 2 Fungal Infection, 1 Gideon's Reproach, 1 Sealed Away. We're missing some hard removal, but Sergeant at Arms is kind of fine here. We'll take one. We'll split the difference. And we got Blessed Light, one of the best pieces of removal back, so white is definitely on our radar. I probably can take the... I could take the dub. Like, dub on Mesa Unicorn is going to be very annoying. It also gives us a free knight. I'll take 1 dub. And now I'm torn between Fungal Infection number 3 and Sparring Construct number 1. Or I could just take another champ. Nah. Fungal Infection number 3 is probably more useful. Well, I don't need a full playset of Sage. Howling Golem is kind of fine. Stronghold Confessor is actually reasonable. And you got the Demonic Vigor. Come on! Oh, by the way, we did not get back that legendary. But if I have to choose one, probably the Ruinous Blast, because this is big removal. Alternately, there's Vicious Offering, which is a much better removal spell. And we do have quite a number of fungal infections to combo this off with. I could also just take Urgros, but which is just a bit expensive. Looks like someone is in the legendaries because because that did not wheel. But we don't have that many legendaries ourselves. I'll take this. I'm gonna take the safe Vicious Offering. We already have 3 rares anyway. Well, we have a 4th one, but this needs a historic spell. So, Artifacts, Legendary Sagas, we don't have quite a lot of them. That said, I probably would like to have at least 1 copy. So, Wizard's Retort, this is one of the very good payoffs for Blue-Red Wizards. Yeah, Tatyova is kind of the payoff for going into ramp. Benelish Honor Guard's fine. Urza's Tome is actually pretty decent for card draw. I can either take the Tome or another Reproach. Not too much a fan of Cabal Paladin, though we could use it. I'll speculate on the Tome for now. Okay, here got a very good got a very decent legendary, so we're definitely snapping him up. Otherwise, I would have taken either the Call or I would have taken the Call the Cavalry. Very good go wide, but having a free vigilance creature is not bad. We'll also combo it with Onsera's Wings, although I do like 2 removal spells. Wow, we're definitely maining red, so we can red. We're maining white, so we can definitely go Blessed Light. I can take Onsera's Wings and drop the dub. And we're still getting a lot of Blessed Lights, so do I want a second copy? Probably yes. I would prefer that over the Lingering Phantom, only because Phantom's very expensive. So, Mesa Unicorn, Memorial to Glory. I guess we can now take the second Vicious Offering. Now that we have 2 Vicious Offerings, there's a big incentive to go Fungal Infections and less incentive for cards like Blessing of Belsenlock. We actually got the Dauntless Bodyguard, so that's a very good comeback. So we can cut cards like Cabal Evangel, Drudge Sentinel. Actually fine, but maybe just a 1-off instead of 2, but we'll put 1 back. Serra Disciple is okay. I might rather just have Charge here. Yeah, I think we'll... Although Serra Disciple is a flying first striker, so... Yeah, take the Charge. We can take another Knight of New Benalia. Alternately, we can go for Wing Grace, which... we could use a little bit of top end. Although I do love the idea of just going super wide. Let's go for that. Let's see if it pans out. We're taking a bit of a risk here, admittedly, so... This might not pay off that... This might not pay off that much. Courser is a good fit. Shield of the Realm is good. Yeah, actually, maybe... I might cut the Knights, actually. Excavation Elephant's not great. I might rather have another Gideon's Reproach on the side. Yeah, I would actually rather have the Mesa Unicorns over the Knights right now. It's not like we can't produce any more Knights. Actually, we have another possibility as well. We can easily go mono white. Let's take a look, cause the cards I'm losing are the 3 Fungal Infections, the 2 Vicious Offerings, the Drudge Sentinel we can lose easily, Yargle. Bye. So we have a very light white blacks, so we can easily go 10-7 here. Our creature, we actually have only 11 creatures, so Fungal Infection kind of functions as a creature, so that's basically 14 and 10, although it's a bit tenuous. It does mean I might cut 1 Fungal Infection for an actual creature, like say... Like say a Knight. The Gideon's Reproach is kinda okay. Maybe I don't want second copy of it. Aven Sentry is fine. The Charge is gonna be awkward because while we do have a lot of creatures, the +1/+1, it's cute, but it only helps us when we're really winning. So I guess we're gonna test it out with this one. I don't know if I really want to bring in a lot of the other removal or say cut some of the alternate cards. Likewise, there is an argument for say just keeping the Black Blade Reforged but cutting the shield. So we have to do a sanity check on our... Also a sanity check that we have virtually only 3 legendaries. Ariel, Baird, and whatever we enchant with Onsera's Wings. So we're not going to get the equipped legendary creature tree often. That actually might make this one of the weaker cards. But then again, I don't want to bring in Bargle. I did splash in Wrath as an option, but we don't have that many historic cards. Like, aside from the 3 legendaries, it's just Blackblade, Reforged, and Shield of the Realm. Oh yeah, I missed out. Green-White does have Sagas, so that is a thing to consider as well. That when you're talking about the different deck archetypes. Let's see how this goes. I'm happy. Yeah, same here.
Basically, being able to go out and meet with other people, probably one of the biggest things that we missed in over two and a half years. It's nice to be able to see people not behind the screen. I do miss my ability. I do miss the ability to multitask, but then again, to be fair, I actually miss people more. So definitely keeping this. We can start off with Mesa Unicorn first because it's the most annoying card. We're gonna try to hold off Sergeant at Arms for as long as possible. We can use Dauntless Bodyguard to protect it. Now, that said, it will not protect against a Vicious Offering, but that's fine. Power Stone. Oh wow. Opponent's going for the long game, so we need to keep piling on the. We need to keep piling the pressure. And we can actually afford to trade off some creatures in the process. Because next turn, like, we're hitting for 7. Saproling Migration. Oh, they're 1 mana short. Into a Blood Tallow Candle. Oh, okay. They might be able to get one of our creatures with Candle. I'm actually tempted to, yeah, delay this before dropping Ariel. But we're gonna give them what they want and swing with everything. I'm pretty sure those are the most obvious blocks. And we're gonna just play the Sergeant at Arms now because if we don't cast anything on turn 4, it's super awkward. I'm trying to remember. Okay. Now there is Yawgmoth's Vile something. Settle the score. Okay, so Blood Tallow Candle can still get us, but we now have the potential to be even more annoying. Just keep piling the pressure down. Yeah, these are some of the better. Oh, yeah, opponent. I think I have no idea what happened to. Our opponent still had a pretty big grip of cards there, so my suspicion is that our opponent is either might be missing a color. They might have a bunch of double black cards. They were technically at 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 or 6 mana. So they definitely had the opportunity to drop stuff. No, they missed. No, they never got to kick Saproling Migration, so it was literally just. That. But that was very brutal. I like that opening. Okay, so that's game 1. Let's see if we can keep pushing the envelope. Oh yeah, another light update. Okay, this is definitely keepable. Another small update is I finally upgraded the RAM on my old rig here. I was originally just gonna swap the RAM out because I thought I bought the one with the higher timing. It turns out I bought the one with the same megahertz as the existing one, so I just slotted those two in the other 2 slots. So 16 megs, 16 gigs. Sorry, 16 megs. That's 16 megs was really good before the year 2000. 16 gigs. Opponent might be in trouble with the. Actually, no. Opponent might have a good start if they mow. So we have the Mesa Unicorn into Pegasus Courser. Mesa Unicorn, no synergies whatsoever. It's just there to buy us a lot of time. Although we are missing big top-end creatures to make it work. We're gonna swing with this, see if our opponent has the Shivan Fire. Healing Grace. Oh, by the source of your... opponent was supposed to target themselves. Then Shoes may say Unicorn. So we're still dealing the damage. Okay, so a little bit archaic wording there. Yeah. In fairness to our opponent, the wording and the interface can get you. Now, we are nowhere near equipping this, so I'm just going to play the Knight of New Benalia for now and hold up Vicious Offering. I also probably would never play Healing Grace within a... I would not touch it with a 10-foot pole. It's really not good. But now we kind of need to have either more cards or more... Oh, that's perfect. Now... Yes, again, not quite near playing this out, so we're gonna hold off on this. If we hit on Sarah's Wings, it's a very good option. Now, I could Blessed Light one of these tokens, but it's really not worth it. I could, however, get these guys across. See if I can fake them out with just single block. Okay, they goofed up. The correct play is to double block, never single. And since we can't hold up Blessed Light anymore, we'll just play the Black Blade Reforged. Yeah, that's kind of what makes Fungal Infection one of the... oddly enough, one of the best removal spells there. Okay, Wizard's Lightning, so we're not flying anymore. Okay, take 2. Yeah, we're just gonna nuke this now. Because we got our opponent within range, and that's whether we get the land or not. Opponent's gonna need quite a bit of removal. Or their own lifelinkers. There we go. Another solid match there. Hey there. So not so bad. Admittedly, no, I don't think that it's just because we're in silver right now, but I guess it's also between that and maybe it's a little bit between that, but I feel like that most people, if they're gonna get into draft the first time, they're not going to choose a throwback format. Usually the people that play throwback formats are either those who really need the cards, those who are interested in trying something new, there are a few of them, or those who kind of know what they're doing. So we got Knight into Pegasus and one more land on Sarah's Wings, which is pretty solid. Opponent has blue, so that might be an issue here. Although I will note that we can do the turn 3 Shield of the Realm instead, depending what our opponent does. I'm definitely gonna swing first. Oh, they might have the... Oh, Vicious Offering. That's okay. If it was Fungal Infection, it would be a bit more annoying, but Vicious Offering is fine. So I'm definitely playing the Pegasus Courser first. It's also kind of why I was waffling on the Knight of New Benalia. I knew there was so much removal for X1s. There's also cards like the... Okay, Tolarian Scholar. Not... Though we are now kind of getting stuck on mana, but... We're gonna defend the Mesa Unicorn. We could swing, but I don't see a point quite right away. I'd rather hold up the Onsera's Wings. Opponent representing Tolarian Community College with all them scholars. We will take the hit. Actually, we can block, but I'm very concerned that this might be a fungal infection. And I did not protect Pegasus Courser, so no, we will just take the damage. Now we can kind of race. Opponent can block with the Artificer's Assistant. Yeah, they're gonna do that. They're gonna trade it off. So we do lose some protection on the Mesa Unicorn. Our black does have quite a bit of good removal, so let's keep note on that. They definitely have it with the Eviscerate. The Shield of the Realm would not have protected that. I'm actually going to just cast the seal away now. Because we are concerned about negate style effects. You know, but now we are in real trouble. Our opponents hit 6 mana. We can now start seeing them large snapping turtles. Opponent had a very good draft with all the removal they got. So like, I could just hold back. Okay, opponent's at 7 mana. They're really flooded. Why am I swinging? You might be wondering. Let's see. Do they have the counter spell? They might have a They might have a counter spell for this. I am definitely expecting it. Syncopate. Oh yeah, that's also another thing for blue. One of the best counter spells ever. So I guess we hold back this time a little bit. Though Shield of the Realm is good, but not great. Academy Drake with the kicker. So I have two choices here. I can let the Pegasus Courser die and just hope to hit another creature, which probably might be the better thing to do. It does put us on a 5 more turn clock after this, but we are technically playing from behind here, and I don't want to blow this other Vicious Offering. Although if I do draw Blackblade Reforged, it's gonna be super awkward at this point. Yeah, I have to also note that this only prevents damage, so it's really good against combat, but it's really not good against the likes of blue-black. Oh yeah, I never talked much about blue-black. They do have a historic team, but they're actually more into control. Caligo Skin Witch. So yeah, we never got the payoff for that. So we have to let it drop. Makes us discard cards. So not looking good for us here. We can kind of defend for the time being. So instead of taking 2 damage a turn, we're just taking 1 damage a turn. Unless our opponent has another solid piece of removal. Which, in blue-black, very, very possible. Armored Explorer, mill us a few cards. Okay, we lost 1 legendary, but we lost 3 lands, so I'm actually down with it. I'd say I would go for it, but they probably have another Syncopate. They do. Man. Oh no, they let it go. Opt is another possibility. Also, this does not have vigilance, so no point swinging. Yeah, looks like we're playing from behind now. I was hoping to draw a creature sooner, but who's gonna say that was... Okay, we definitely need at least 7 lands because of Blackblade Reforged. That's the very least we should hold up. Afterwards, we can start ditching lands. Also note that our opponent is stockpiling a bunch of cards. Homered Explorer, so let's see what we lose this time. Plains. Okay, more lands, which is perfect. We lost one Mesa Unicorn, but it really helps us. Okay, I think our opponent syncopate. No syncopate. And I can actually kind of move this now to here. So our immediate goal is to trade for the Homered Explorer and the Tolarian Scholar for the time being. Opponent might have a trick, but we kind of have to start clearing things up. I can't really do anything if our opponent has a trick. It is what it is. Like, I expect them to have their own fungal infection. Befuddle. Okay, that's actually not the worst thing that could hit us. Wait, it's not done yet. Oh no, they're done. So not too bad. We did not take out the Homered Explorer, but we did Cabal Evangel. Okay, so all the cheap stuff is coming down for our opponent. Lands. Ugh. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to split the difference and just to take one more damage. But afterwards, the Homered Explorer is going to really run us. We need to really hit a creature. Opponent's opting, so... But that said, I do have to thank our opponent for... It's what makes Homered Explorer both interesting and... But it also makes mill very unreliable. Like, I think our opponent was a lot better off letting us draw all those lands rather than milling them off for us. It's kind of why mill is always not something to worry about. Vicious Offering. Okay, they finally did it. So we are forced to block. So now we need to hit an actual creature. We hit the Blackblade Reforged. And let's show them the land. So yeah, we didn't get all the way there, but you know what? That's fine. Now let's hope that we can actually get at least one more win. I want to get out of silver at least. It does also highlight how important interaction is. But I'm gonna take a look over. Is there any way to improve? Because I think the 2 Blessed Lights are fine. The 2 Vicious Offerings is fine. Shield of the Realm is annoying, but I don't think it's that great in our deck. So we might be better off, say, like a Stronghold Confessor, another Fungal Infection. So let's do a sanity check. 2 Fungal Infection, 1 Gideon's Reproach, 1 Seal Away. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 pieces of removals should be fine. Like, Stronghold Confessor is pretty decent as a... Also, Drudge Sentinel is just tap to gain indestructible, so... Like, but again, this is super vulnerable to fungal infection. I might just add another infection card. Yeah, we're still within 10-7, so I might just go for that. Let's hope we don't get punished by that. And watch me get promptly punished. So there we go. Very interesting to get up and about. I am wishing for that everyone is able to more or less do the same thing. Although do it at your own pace and your own convenience. I will definitely run out Dauntless Bodyguard first because we're gonna go for the aggro plan. It's a shame we just need one more mana, but we will. It is also tempting to just run out Knight, but with black green, it's possible actually. But I'm probably gonna just run the Mesa Unicorn instead. So hoping to hit a fungal infection, but otherwise, hoping to hit another land is also a pretty good solid. Yavimaya Sap Herd. So this is the green black deck. It really goes wide. Caligo Skinwitch doing a very good job of locking us down. So we will. I am tempted to play Knight of New Benalia. I feel like it's gonna die, but then yeah, we might as well play it. No point swinging with anyone yet. This is probably the weakness. If we can't get past a creature like this, our opponent is gonna build such a big board that we're going to have a hard time catching up. Opponent is telegraphing. Okay, opponent is telegraphing fungal growth infection, but I'm going to go for. I'm gonna block anyway. Gift of Growth. Actually, that's fine. I would rather get it out of the way now than later. I am quite concerned that our opponent did. So we hit our 4th land. We have 3 knights here, so if our opponent doesn't have hard removal, I'm gonna play Baird first because he's probably the most annoying card. I am going to assume our opponent has Vicious Offering because that is usually what goes with this deck. Then we can play the Talid Omnivore, so actually not too bad. My concern is one of these might be removal, but we can now kind of lock them down a bit. Oh, there's our fungal infection. I am tempted to just swing with this, see if I can get our opponent, but our opponent can easily get us if I swing with one of these, so I'm gonna pass. I'm just gonna do it as an end of turn. Our opponent can likewise just sacrifice another creature, so Green Grace Acolyte. Okay, now that's a. Hold on, this is. There's a payment of 1. Okay. Ooh, opponent. If they did not need those lands, that was a very good drop for our opponent. We're gonna hold the Blessed Light at this point, I think. I definitely will play Ariel. I'm just weirded out that our opponent has not played hard removal yet. Yeah, I guess we have to play Ariel. So our opponent has to answer this, or else. We got 1, 2, 3. We have 4 knights. It's destroy with power X or less. So if they take out one of the knights, we still have 3. We can still take out any of these guys. Although Talid Omnivore is a very neat trick, but it only affects Talid Omnivore, so we're not getting rid of it anytime soon. And it's a shame that both of these are tap effects, but it's actually not so bad. Let's see, our opponent does not have the removal. So I'm gonna play this down as a threat. These are, neither of these are. Oh, we're gonna lose the Blessed Lights, but oh wait, let's cancel that first. Let's let the attacks resolve. It's a shame that we're gonna lose the Blessed Lights, but you know what? Oh, our opponent can't attack anyway, so we can start sniping these guys one by one. We'll snipe. Okay, let's see if our opponent pays off. They really need to find a way to remove some of our knights. Oh yeah, the payment is made already. So there we go. Time for repeated removal. Well, there's the land that we needed. So let's do a sanity check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm not gonna. Opponent gonna start chump blocking, which actually helps my. Which actually helps me. And. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pass. Because this is a power check, so... No, opponent concedes! Ariel wielding the Black Blade Reforged. That gets it done. Nice. And with that, we get out of silver, we get into gold. Now the game truly begins. Also, yeah, doing pretty well there. Very nice, very nice. And speaking of legendaries, that's a little bit of a... Okay, so preferably we get at least one more win, but ideally at least 2 more wins. But let's see if we can push all the way. This is just super aggro, super solid. Although we did not hit as many knights as we wanted, we did... Since our only synergy with knights was literally just Ariel, and she could just make her own knights, we were able to play around it and just go straight white-black aggro. Some alternate plan. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's see how... But yeah, definitely when I move place, I'm going to have to rethink the streaming setup here because I'm not going to get this huge dark room. Finally, we get punished a bit. We're definitely going to mulligan. As much as I like turn 1 fungal infection, I would be less than 1 in 3 to draw a plains. So not going to risk it. Okay, this is much better. We will unfortunately have to bin the Blessed Light, but you know what? Turn 2 Mesa Unicorn, turn 3 Pegasus Courser, maybe turn 4 on Sarah's Wings. Opponent does have the Lava Runner. So our opponent could easily just have Wizards. So this is the Wizards deck. Oh, I forgot these were the rare lands. I really would love these. I'm just gonna swing first. Opponent did not have the removal right away. We'll play the Pegasus Courser. I was expecting a Wizard's Lightning right about there. Okay, here we need to be careful. Oh, Kelvin Overseer. I could have traded, to be honest, but... Yeah, let's put it on the Pegasus Courser. And now let's see. Academy Journey Mage. Yep, that's one of the good. That's one of the best answers for that. But we've kind of dealt the damage already at this point, so. And Dauntless Bodyguard. We're going to name the Mesa Unicorn because we're swinging. Also interesting, not a spell in sight. If I don't draw another land, I will be forced to cast Sergeant at Arms, which is not bad in itself. It will definitely block Lava Runner and Journey Mage. There was an argument for attacking with Courser, but I actually wanted them to block with this. So our opponent is trying to... Can we afford to take 6? I say yes, we can. Now, I'm concerned there might be a Syncopate, but I'm still gonna play Baird anyway. If there is a counter spell, let's get it out of the way. Syncopate, perfect. Opponent overpaid though. They did not need. They only needed to pay X equals 1. So we are on the line to take 7. Let's see if they. I'm expecting them to have something big. Fire Fist Adept. Okay, so that's 3 wizards. They probably sniped the Courser. That makes the most sense. Not so sure if this is the best target, but yeah, we are gonna get there a bit. Also interesting, opponent. So opponent holding up a possible kill spell of some sort. We really need to get it out of the way, so I am going to just swing with Mesa Unicorn. Befuddle. That's fine. That's actually a very good trick. So now we just cast Benalia. I'm tempted to just cast this now or wait one more turn. Let's just cast this now. It's still a very good blocker for Gitu Lava Runner. I will note that we have to be careful. We've only played 5 out of 17 lands, so that's 12. We are closer. We are about 40+% to draw into a land. Like so. Do they have another Befuddle? Nope. It's just straight trade. My concern is that they have something... okay, so... We are now 10 out of 25. Again, because we have Blackblade Reforged, we need to play at least 7 lands. As much as I'd like to just clear the board out, our opponent's sitting on a... Okay. So they're gonna go for the kicker. They're gonna hit us for... They're gonna hit us for 5. Which is an interesting choice, but... It just puts us in parity. Unfortunately, we're now in the stage where we're just drawing a lot of lands. And our opponent is keeping a really big full grip. They might just be holding like a blink of an eye end of turn. That would be a very painful one. Academy Journey Mage to bounce it back, which is not the worst thing that could happen. Just D2 Journey Mage, this deals 2 damage, so we could actually die. Shock is in this format. Oh wow, is this 3? Yeah, it's 3. That's a good game. Very good synergies all around. That's not so bad. Although but I still want to get at least one more win. Get my gems worth, so to in a manner of speaking. Yeah, sometimes it's the big land glut that gets us killed, but it will get anybody killed. So, it affects me. It affects everyone. Nothing changes that much in the universe. I will say we're less than an hour in, which is, well, not bad for 6 games, I would say. Let's see, but I'm hoping. Yeah, no, this would be the 6th game. I hope we get a 7th after this. Okay, come on. Let's see how things pan out. Also, that was our first mulligan. Okay, easy keeper. Fungal infection and what? This is also our 2nd platinum opponent, so it looks like not many people playing now. Definitely running the honored card. There's no sync. Our opponent can syncopate for 0 if they want. Opponent has a diligent excavator. Okay, we hit all our removal spells. They could try to mill us, which is actually a semi-doable plan. So we mill 2 cards. Technically don't need those lands right now, so kind of fine. Navigators. Oh, they really are going for the mill plan. They might not even swing. I want to see if they do though. So they're gonna gain some life. They're not gonna swing. Makes sense. So what we can do is. Now the Sparring Construct puts a +1 counter there. I'm counting on it actually. So whichever one they block. Oh, they're not blocking. So okay. If you so insist. Now, let's see if our opponent has a game plan that goes beyond just the excavator. Oh wow. Some game plan. Now that said, we could easily lose this creature also. I'm just gonna cast the Black Blade Reforged. We are a long ways away, but it's not like we're expecting to play all of these out. We literally can only play either one or the other of these two, and I don't think our opponent does have the mono blue plan though. Oh, they are playing multiple colors, so plain. So they are playing white blue into a Dauntless Bodyguard. They could have Syncopate for 1, but we happen to have the 1, so we'll take that. Okay, now we're just drawing into all our lands. Not I would say not ideal, but oddly enough, it does feel ideal. Because some 2 more lands threaten some Black Blade Reforged. And our opponent is missing land drops. Actually, they're missing a lot of stuff. Was their plan literally just to rely on that excavator? Now, cancel is in the format, so I actually don't mind playing the Mesa Unicorn to get it out of the way. Oh no, they did not get it out of the way. What's our opponent? Okay, I know our opponent is stuck on mana. They did. I'm guessing our opponent was white-blue and had a lot of cards that were double white. They kept the blue heavy hand simply because of Diligent Excavator. But when the Excavator died, so did their chances of winning at that point. So that was a very solid one for us. Pretty good there. Let's see. So we got our preferred 4 wins. Let's see if we can get our ideal 5 wins, and everything after that is gravy. But let's keep going for this. Would I say I was happy with Dominaria? Or okay, this one a little less happy because we're missing the black. It's 7 out of 33, so we are like 20% to hit one of our lands. No, one of our swamps at least. I'm tempted to mull this, but we do have a turn 3 Sergeant. I'm gonna keep this only because we have some sort of plan. But I will note that this is probably not the best hand to keep. Okay, we did hit our Fungal Infection, so we'll play the Reforged. We'll play Sergeant at Arms, or maybe if we hit a 2-drop, we can hold up Fungal Infection. Knight of Malice, protection from white. It's actually hexproof from white. We can still block it, but we're technically not blocking it now. We really need to have another. Now this looks like the idea. This is what we were missing. The Avenant Trooper. So we can block, but that has first strike, so that's a no. Although now we do have a plan. We still can't hit this with Blessed Light, but they might have a pump effect. Vicious Offering. Okay, that they had removal, which is still fine. So Knight of New Benalia instead. Yeah. Now we are unfortunately chump blocking because these guys don't have the backside to do the job. Opponent has their own Fungal Infection. But we're gonna deny our opponent's Fungal Infection. I guess we can chump block once. Gideon, we can't hit this with Gideon's Reproach. We can hit the Diagonal Trapper though. We already played 2 Fungal Infections, so I don't know if our opponent's expecting the third one. Okay. Yeah, can't hit Knight of Malice with this. Let's see if our opponent... No, opponent lets it go. So it's just a 2-2, but... they might have still more removal, so... I am forced to double block here. But if they have removal, then this Knight of Malice is gone the distance. Oh, they had the Blessed Light. Okay, but we did make them spend a big spell on that. And our 2 Blessed Lights are now staring at us. Actually, I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to check Twitch. Nope, he is not playing right... Nope. not playing right now. But yeah, this is what makes Knight of Malice probably one of the best. See, opponent's probably gonna stack something. Has hexproof from white, so if our opponent's gonna stack an enchantment, it's not gonna be on. Well, they could stack a black enchantment. Oh wait, no, it's hexproof. They could stack it on their own. So that said, it just gives it +1. It makes it 4. I could still. Yeah, this is gonna ruin us for a bit. There's our own Sarah's Wings, but still need a creature to land it on. At least we can Blessed Light the on Sarah's Wings, so there's a consolation there. So at least we're only taking 2, but yeah, that was a. I wouldn't say it's a bit of a. That was a risk. It just so happened that our opponent has a second one, and we are now missing the creature for that. We could have done it end of turn and hope to hit this, but now we need to hit an actual creature to go with it. And our opponent could play another creature. That would spell the doom for us. Let's see if we can survive. Nope, it's not. Nope, not a creature. This I'll just show them that this is what we had. Yeah, it was that was very unfortunate. But you know what? Sometimes sometimes a run does have to come to an end there. So well, it was a decent hour's run. I would have preferred another win, but we did have a very good aggro start, all things considered. We did get to show off Ariel and Blackblade Reforged once, so that was a pretty solid one as well. But otherwise, yeah, I can't be too unhappy. I'm just I am at a net loss of 100 gems, but we could recoup that anytime soon. That's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. As always, I stream limited gameplay. This is my first Helm of the Host. I think actually this is my first Helm of the Host. I stream limited gameplay on Magic Arena on Sundays at around what do you call this, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. Basically, it's 8:30 p.m. Hong Kong time. That's what I normally do. I also stream Pokemon Unite on Wednesday evenings. This time 8:30 p.m. as well. And I do all sorts of other gameplay, so do check me out here on Facebook and YouTube. As always, thank you so much, Tim, for sticking with me all the way to the end here. Well, at least for chatting it up and asking me how I'm doing. Got to know that everyone's doing well. Nice to know that there is some semblance of sanity returning back to the world. I wish everyone health and safety. Please do take care wherever you are. And as always, have a great week, everyone. Thanks to all who tuned in. Have a great new week.